Hey guys, Fred here, VE3FAL, Ontario Northwest Bushcrafter and Outdoors. It is January 5th, and we had temperatures of +2 degrees here today in Thunder Bay. So currently, I am attempting to make an Instapot stew. My son uses the Instapot all the time for just about everything. When he was here on his last tour here, we made a soup together, so I figured I'd take the plunge here and attempt to make some stew myself here, or get started on it. So right now I'm currently sauteing the stew beef and the onions. Once that's done, I will then cut up some potatoes, some carrots, and we'll continue from there. So we'll just see how this works out for me. I'm used to using a pot or a slow cooker when I make stew, so we'll catch up with you guys here in just a bit. All right, so I put the beef on for 10 more minutes to saute / brown. I did add some olive oil into the bottom. A very little bit of beef broth and some wort sauce. The beef was frozen when I put it in, so it actually sauteed the first time for 15 minutes, but I just wanted to go for another 10 here just to make sure that I have everything where I want it. So once it stops after the second 10 minutes, I will then wash up some potatoes, and we'll cut up some potatoes, carrots, and some celery. All right, so we've sauteed the beef and onions, and now we've cut up the veggies, and we're gonna throw those in. We're gonna ask my son here how it's done first. Well, I gotta call him back. All right, we'll call him back here. So what I did was I cut up the carrots, the celery, and the potatoes. And we're gonna throw that in. Okay, so I've cut up the celery, carrots, and potatoes. I browned this for 25 minutes, or sauteed the beef and the onions for 25 minutes. Okay. It said 30 online, but I think it's more than enough. Eh?
That's fine.
Okay, so now what do I do?
How much liquid do you have in it?
Right now, just enough to cover the beef. So I do have a beef broth out.
Yeah, add a little bit more beef broth, because you can always, when you're done, you can always add a little bit of cornstarch, or I always add a bit of gravy mix to thicken it up, and then I put it on saute just to get it to a little boil when I'm done.
Okay, but
so
how do I put you on? Hang on here. Are you there? Are you there now? All right, so this is what I got for veggies.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully that's not too much. And this is what I got in here.
You'll be pushing a full pot with that, but it shouldn't be too much.
No, well, that's what I kind of figured. I don't have to put all the potatoes in, or the carrots.
Yeah, so once you put that in, you're probably going to have to add like 500 mils of fluid. You're going to want a decent amount of fluid in it, and then just put the lid on. You can use the stew setting, but I usually just turn it on normal.
So what's normal here?
Show me the front of your Instapot.
All right. So I do have a soup. I have a meat stew. I have a bean chili cake.
No. Go to the middle. Go to the middle. Scroll down.
I have so what would I do? Hit delay start? I don't know.
No. Back your phone up a little bit so I can see all your buttons. So I would just go pressure cook.
Do I need the lid on?
Yeah. Once everything's in it, you do.
Oh, okay.
Anything other than saute, you need the lid for.
Oh, okay. Anything other than saute, like even meat stew, you need the lid on?
Yeah, because no matter what you do, it's still gonna pressure cook it.
And I have to close the pressure valve, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so go to pressure cook.
Well, not yet. Once everything's in it and the lid is on. Once the lid is on, it's gonna do that beeping thing.
Yeah, and I hit pressure level or pressure. What do I do to start it? Oh no, pressure cook at the bottom.
Very bottom right.
Okay, so pressure cook. And do I set a certain time or is it automatic 30 minutes?
Timer will come to 15. If I were you, I'd put it
30?
30.
Okay, sounds good.
And then once the 30 minutes is done, wait for the timer to go back up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
I usually do a 10 to 15 minute natural release.
Okay.
So where it stays under pressure for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
After that 15 minutes, then you can flip the valve on the top for your natural release, and it's going to shoot out like it did that day. So make sure you're wearing an oven mitt when you do it.
All right, and about 500 mils of fluid?
I would honestly add enough fluid so it's kind of level with what you have in there. Just make sure you don't go above the max fill line.
All right, will do.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Hey, bye. All right, so there you have it. So we're going to attempt to do a pressure cook. All right, so we've added all the veggies. And he said to add enough broth or fluid to cover. So we're going to add the beef broth in to at least cover. We're not to the max line yet, which is good. I'm going to go to there because I think that's pretty close to not totally covering, but there's still a lot of broth. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on. We're going to wait for the noises to stop. And we're going to go to pressure cook and set it for 30 minutes and see what happens. So, all right. All right, we'll see if we did this right. I am on pressure cook. I'm set for 30 minutes. I've got the relief valve on closed. I am just waiting for this guy to pop up once it gets to seal or sealing pressure, I guess. Okay, we'll see what happens. All right, so just waiting for it to pressurize. It's almost been 10 minutes. I can already smell the stew cooking. All right, so we're gonna see if that pressure valve is gonna pop. And that means it's sealed. And there it goes, it just sealed. 10 minutes. Letting the steam out. I'm just talking in the video here. Letting the pressure out, and we're going to check it. It had 30-minute pressure cook time. And we gotta wait for that to drop. And there it goes. So now we can open the lid. The Instant Pot makes some great stew. It's perfect. Tastes great. It locks all the flavors in when you have it in pressure cook mode. It's unbelievable.